Mackerel for tea. Between Llanbedrock and Abersoch is a headland, over which that fine summer I decided to walk. I decided to find a shortcut, so after ice cream at a small cafe by the beach, I had walked along the tide's edge and onto the rocks that had been exposed by the receding tide. Slipping and sliding on mussel and seaweed-covered rocks, I had negotiated a path of the larger rocks, of which I had intended to climb, to take me round the headland and back onto the Warren beach. Finally I had reached them, only to discover that the incoming tide then prevented me from getting any further. I decided to see if I could get back from where I was on the rocks with the water lapping over my feet to climb over the headland instead. It was getting late in the afternoon. There'd been few people in the clear water from the Drop Bay and little traffic on it as I started up the shoal incline that led towards the top of the headland. It had been a steep climb as I'd neared the top and the stones beneath my feet got smaller and smaller. I found myself using my hands more and more to advance any higher. Then my feet had lost traction and there had been nothing to use as a firm handhold. Scrambling for my life 2/3 of the way up the slope with rocks looking up at me, my heart had beat fast and so loud I thought it were audible to all. At that moment I looked downward and noted the red two-man canoe in the water 25 yards or so away. Aboard the canoe, a man and a young boy were pointing towards me and they were laughing at my misfortune. I wish you were dead, I thought, momentarily, at the idea of them finding my situation amusing. I'd managed to move sideways a little before finding that once more I could go no further. Knowing I was slipping and about to fall, I found myself thinking, quite inexplicably, of the smoked mackerel my mother had intended to cook for tea. Suddenly I had slipped and tumbled very fast down the slope until I stopped just short of the rocks. The light blue denim jeans I'd been wearing had become green from the grass and red from myself. I stood a little unsteadily, checked myself over and found that except for some scrapes and bruises there had been no real damage. However, I had decided not to attempt any further shortcuts that year and instead I had chosen to walk back to the Warren caravan site via the road. And sure enough, back at the caravan site, I had eaten smoked mackerel for tea with my parents. 2 days later, I'd been in the site shop looking at the latest Spider-Man comic when I'd overheard two elderly women gossiping. It seems that a couple of days previously, late in the afternoon, a man and his young son had drowned in Llanbedrock Bay while out in their red canoe. Yeah.